Welcome back everyone to another Cobra Kai Season 3 watch party. As we wait for Season 3, I'm going to just put out videos on some brief theories and ideas for each character. I'll try to look at that particular character's story arc for the season and add some ideas on how I think it'll go. My first one was on Kreese, where I predicted he will die by the end of the season. You can click the card in the corner to check it out, and I will link it at the end. I would recommend you also catch my other Season 3 videos, certainly because they're all great, but also they will help you understand how I see the season unfolding. One thing you will notice is I'm not someone who just throws out random idea after random idea to see what is popular. All of these videos and all of these theories will fit together into a coherent vision. Nothing will contradict itself. It's also worth mentioning the deeper we get into the season, the less we are able to make any sort of theories and predictions, or at the very least it becomes more guesswork. For example, back before Season 2 came out, they announced Peyton List was going to be playing a new character named Tori. Now maybe you could have predicted she would be some sort of rival to Sam. That makes sense, but no matter what, you could never predict things like the roller rink, the drinking competition, and certainly not a fight like this. The details are all but impossible. So what we're going for in all these videos are some of the broad themes and ideas. The details will be filled in later when we get the trailers and other promotional material. So with all that in mind, let's talk about Miguel. Miguel's season obviously starts with him unconscious in the hospital. While we'll assume he lives as he is one of the main characters of the show, his journey isn't going to be easy. But really, before any of that happens, his story starts here. One of the first questions to ask, and it's one I thought of way back at the end of Season 2, is anyone going to come see him? Like, I thought it's strange with all these people who love Miguel so much that we're all at karate class that night rather than trying to see how he is. Granted, it makes for a better scene, but it is striking. Are any of these kids going to bother to go see Miguel in hospital? The ones who don't get arrested anyway. So then the biggest question is this girl. What's she gonna do? Well, Season 2 ended with her focus entirely on Miguel.
I want Miguel to be okay.
So that's her attitude going into Season 3. But here's a question. If she's so concerned about Miguel, and we know they are literally on the same floor in the hospital, do you think Sam would leave this hospital without seeing Miguel first? Like, wouldn't that be important to her? The doctors would probably discharge her later that afternoon, and certainly by evening when Daniel is here, she's at home. So before she left, wouldn't she have walked across the hall to go see him? Where was this scene? Why didn't we see it? And wow, what the hell was that? Did you see that? Look at it. Cobra Kai fans are so desperate for anything new. You were watching this going, he's right, where is that scene? We need that one. Because clearly this is exactly how it would look. I mean, this is like a sneak peek of Season 3 for sure. So thank you, and back to the video. There's one important obstacle for Sam or anyone coming to visit Miguel. And it's this woman right here. And as you know, she's not in a happy mood. This is a scene that I really feel like would happen in the first episode. You know, Sam is in tears over what happened to Miguel, and also that she feels responsible. Trying to visit Miguel in the hospital is something she would do. On the other hand, Carmen is not exactly in the best mood. You know how she reacted to Johnny? Now ask yourself, how would she react to Sam? While she's never met her and got along with the LaRussos, she's also had quite a change of heart about a lot of things. An important question here. While Carmen learned about the school fight, does she also learn about Miguel's fight from last year? And if she learned about that, maybe she learned more about the reason the Halloween fight happened in the first place. The thing is, if Miguel was explaining why all those fights took place, there was a common theme.
You know that billboard with a big ass dick on it? I guess Sam takes after her dad. But Sam's dad had to ruin everything.
I'm sorry, dude. You had her in the palm of your dick.
Every fight Miguel got in was over Sam, and frankly, the school fight that put him in the hospital was no different. If we assume Carmen learns all this, how is she going to feel when that girl shows up at the door? The girl who was at the center of every one of Miguel's fights suddenly walks in to see him in the hospital?
Sorry? Sorry? Before Miguel met you, he was a sweet boy. He avoided fights. Now look what you did.
Ahora no, Carmen.
I never want to see you again.
Sure, she actually said that to Johnny, but doesn't it seem like that exact same line could be said to Samantha as well? Can you really imagine any scenario where Carmen gives her a warm hug and she's glad to finally meet her? Ever since they started dating, Miguel's life has been a yo-yo, bouncing between ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. A mother would notice that. I've actually had a lot of people mention to me a theory of Sam sneaking into Miguel's room. I like the theory because it kind of admits already, whether they even realize it or not, that Carmen isn't going to be letting Sam in to see Miguel and that she would have to sneak into it. I will say the only problem with that theory is that it kind of is a hospital and it would be hard for Sam to be sneaking around, especially into his room. But it is good thinking on the part of those people making that. So this door is going to be shut on Sam, and I don't think she's ready for it or even expecting it. Now, how that affects her is the topic of another video. For now, let's just see it as Carmen bunkering down in super protective mom mode and not letting anyone visit. She'll have the same approach to Tori and even his friends Hawk and Dimitri. And while that may seem a bit overreactive, it projects perfectly with Carmen's character arc at the end of season 2. How do you think the different characters would react to Carmen shutting the door, refusing any visitation? Also, how do you think Miguel will feel about this? Leave a comment below and let me know. Also, there may be one person Carmen will let in, the one person you wouldn't expect. We'll cover that in the next video when we hit on the rest of Miguel in season 3. If you like these theories or my videos, please hit the like button. I appreciate that a lot. Also, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you don't want to miss anything. Live streams seem to be a problem right now, so you have to subscribe and hit the bell to get the notification because it seems to be the only way if you want to catch it when it's live. There's the video on Crease. You can click that to see it. Otherwise, have a nice day. I'll see you again very soon.
I never want to see you again.